Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your East Oakland advocate. Well, tonight is Powerball, and the jackpot is $1.09 billion. I got my tickets for tonight, so hey, lightning can strike. Uh, but uh, just some interesting facts, because I've been talking about finances for a few weeks now, and what I would do if I had hit uh, one of the big jackpots. And in fact, I'm actually doing this right now, which is I've invested a majority of my money into CDs, and they're rolling over. And right now, I'm coming up on the second year mark, and so uh, right now we collected the first year of interest, and we're working on we're at nearing the 18-month mark. And what we've done, we didn't spend any of that interest that we've been accumulating. In fact, what we've done, we put it aside, and we're actually putting a rock solid foundation, in fact a precious metal foundation, into the long term financial strategy for my foundation. And so, right now, with all the interest, we've been buying gold, platinum, silver. And right now, the silver market has been pretty flat. And that's the good thing about silver. It doesn't go up much, doesn't go down much. And the most important thing that you should remember about buying precious metals, you are not buying precious metals to get rich. You are buying precious metals to hedge against inflation, because that's what is really tied to the value of gold, inflation. Because back in the 70s, when I first started buying gold ingots, I could buy a gold ingot for about $300, $250 to $300 for a 1 troy ounce gold ingot back in the 70s. And that was a lot of money for me. And I didn't have a whole lot back then, but my uncles, one of my uncles who was a bookkeeper his entire life, said, uh, invest in gold. Always get gold coins or gold. In fact, I inherited several pieces of family jewelry, which were actually gold coins. And, and one of the bracelets that my mother had was $5 gold coins. They were smaller than a dime, but they were encased in a gold, a 14 karat gold or 18 karat gold loop to hold them in place. And so the actual $5 gold coins were never damaged. And they were sealed in these loops, and then they were soldered together, and the entire bracelet was made of 18 karat gold. And so there was a lot of gold in that bracelet. And I remember selling that because I got desperate, unfortunately, and I ended up selling that for $2,500 because that was about the value of all the gold at the time. Uh, I didn't take into consideration where the actual $5 gold coins might be better off being sold separately, and then melting the gold bracelet down for its gold value. But didn't do that. I got $2,500 for that bracelet. I to this day I still regret selling that, but I was in a situation where I had no choice. But that was the value of gold, because gold will never lose its value. The dollar goes up and down. Uh, World finances goes up and down, but gold will always remain your hedge against inflation. Uh, and I say that because just up until last week, we were able to purchase gold in bulk for what was it? A little over $2,000. It was $2,006, $2,007 uh, for uh, a gold bar, or not a gold bar, but yeah, a gold bar. And so we were buying them at that, and then the market spiked. I mean, it went nuts last week, and in fact, gold uh, right now this morning set a record high at 2,266.6 or 60 cents for a pound of gold. No, for a troy ounce of gold, I should say. A troy ounce of gold, not pound. A troy ounce of gold is going for $2,266.60. And then it closed out this afternoon at $2,257.80. So it's staying right in a certain zone where it should be. Just like silver this week also went up. Silver, I was typically buying between $18 and $20 for gold, or not gold, a silver ingot, 99.99% pure ingot, and I was buying those for $18 to $20. Right now, today's market has been $22 pretty solidly throughout the day. But we're buying all of that with just the interest that we've accumulated, and that's sets the foundation. We actually possess the gold, silver, platinum, and it's stored away in a safe place. I don't personally hold on to it. In fact, it would be stupid of me to without high security vaults and everything, because of the value of the metals. And so anyway, if tonight you were to hit the Powerball here in California, the jackpot, the one lump sum, is $527,300,000, and you have a federal tax liability. In some states, you may also owe some capital gains tax for gambling, but not all states have that. California is one of those states that doesn't tax California lottery winnings. And so you would still have a 38% tax liability to the federal government of $200,374,000 in 1 year. But here's the thing. The lottery is going to take 25% of that and hand it over directly to the government as your down payment on your tax liability. So they're going to remove $131,825,000 from your winnings, and so you're going to end up with a jackpot final payment of $326,926,000, far short of $1.9 million, but we knew that going in. But if you do everything right, and you hire the people like I said in my previous video, which really you need people to manage your money and to be accountable for everything that they do. And you have to have security in place so that you can verify everything that's the statements and everything that you have on hand or that you can see is verifiable and real, not falsified in any way. And so that's why you need to have people checking people, checking people, checking people. And so right now, if you were to do everything right, first year, for the first 2 years, this is just a review of what I said in the previous video. For the first 2 years, you're not going to really touch the money. You'll take some money out to get by for the next couple of years, fairly comfortably, but you're not going to do it an insane amount. In most cases, $1 million to $2 million is not a big deal, and the tax liability on that, because there's going to be an immediate tax liability because you cashed out on that, and so $2 million to get by for a couple of years, because you're not going to touch the rest of the jackpot money, because all of that's going to go investing and then setting the foundation for your future and your family's future, and anything else that you have in your living will or trust, like I do. And so this sets the foundation and the funding for projects that I have coming up and that I'm working on currently. And so annual interest, if you were to do everything right, would be $19 million, $125,171,000. That would be your annual interest at 5.8% interest, which is what it's currently at right now. And it's going to hold steady for right now, because the feds didn't raise any interest rates. They didn't raise it. They didn't lower it. So the CDs are going to remain at 5.85 for the foreseeable future. But there may be some opportunities and some organizations that may pay out a little bit more interest. Instead of 5.85, they may pay out 6.00, and I would encourage you to look around, shop around for CDs in that range, and then invest at least a year, one full year, 12, at a minimum of 12 CDs. Then that way you're rolling one over every year, and then for the second year you continue to roll that money over, but you take that interest out from the first year. That first year's interest becomes your foundation to buy. That's free money now. Remember, free money to buy your gold, silver, and platinum. Here's the catch. Whenever you purchase more than $5,000 in gold, silver, or platinum, that organization that is selling that precious metal to you is obligated to report you to the IRS that you have acquired so much gold, and this is the value. And they're going to give the value to the IRS, and the IRS will be looking for that to be included in your income tax liabilities. And so interest that you make, or gains, capital gains that you make in buying, trading, selling, bartering gold, is taxable and a taxable income. So just be aware of that, and don't get into trouble like a lot of people do. They go, oh yeah, I can get by. No, you don't. No, you're going to get caught. Do everything on the up and up. Then that way you never have to look over your shoulders to see if the IRS is coming to tap you on the shoulders and tap you out. But anyway, that's a lot of interest. $19 million. If you were to do everything by the book, like I said, just take out a couple $1,000,000, get you by for a couple of years. Then after that, then you're living fat and happy, because you're going to have $19 million a year for the rest of your life and for your family's life. And when there's no more of that, whoever you designate it to. In my case, after I pass on, it's my foundation controls everything. And the foundation has a board of trustees which oversees all aspects of what will be in place at that time. So that's what I'm doing with my money. What would you do with $1.09 billion off of Powerball for tonight? Thanks for joining me. We'll be right back.